backhoe on until now is a great idea and a great opportunity to be able to lift these tires up without having to use a jack, so I can get the tire chains on. Stabilizers will stay up pretty good even when I turn the engine off. Just let the engine run to warm up. Haven't run the tractor in a couple of weeks just to charge the battery up. But you can see how cold it is here. Got some ice in the bucket. Minus 6 degrees Celsius last night. So it really is time to winterize, get ready for winter. Days like today, I'm glad I have a small tractor. The tire chains themselves are heavy enough as they are. Imagine having, you know, the tractors that are 6-foot wheels or whatever. You need almost another machine just to lift them in place. The first thing I do, lay out the chain on the ground, and there is an inside and an outside, if you will, and a top or a bottom. At least there is on mine. Now, of course, the first thing I'm going to say is about safety. Don't get any part of you underneath the tire under the tractor while you're with a jack, or even if you're using a backhoe and have stabilizer arms like mine, just in case it creeps or moves. Even a small tractor like this weighs enough to crush, kill you, and cause serious damage. My chain, like many, although very worn, has ice picks on it, these little parts here. And they have to go down, and they'll help to dig into the ice in the winter time. So it's important that goes down. There's also where they connect. There's two different types of connections. One on this goes on the inside, and the other one, which is like a lever, which will help to tighten up this, eventually will go on the outside. So that'll tell you which side of the tractor, or which way the chains go on. Just a matter of which way you orient them. They're actually, the chains are the same, but it is important of how you put them on the wheel itself, on the tire. So it's just a matter of putting it over the tire, get it in position, curse a few dozen times, get it as tight as you absolutely possibly can, and then to wire it or attach it in place so that the connections don't come undone or loosened up. Now what I'm hoping to be able to do is to be able to reach in and to extend the two sides on the inside, attach them together without having to actually get underneath the tractor. Now, what I want to do is make sure they get this in the link that'll make it the tightest that I can possibly get it. At least that will hold up for the time being. One down, another one to go. Ice picks are down, chains under the wheels, making sure the cam tightener lock is on the outside. And if we can just wrap these around the wheel again like the last time, should be just a matter of repeating the process. sure the chain, there's nothing binding up, that it's not stuck in between the treads, so that it comes loose after you drive it. And everything is stretched out as far as it can go. And that there's a close amount of chain on both sides of the tire, otherwise it will slide off. It's too far to one side or the other. One of the tips you can do, if it's really tight like this, and you can let a little bit of air out of the tire. Just remember to put it back in when you're finished by letting the air out. Lower the dimensions of the tire slightly and make it a little more pliable. Tire since last year. Lots of thread. There. What I did is I put it on the link before, so it was attached. Still tight, but it's still loose enough that I could move some of these cross links around. There was one caught on the tread, then I was move it back to where I want, and I think it's about as tight as I'm going to get it. That's the only link that's really available for me. So just a matter now of tying it up, some wire, and it's ready for plowing snow again for another year. Not that I want to see any snow. First thing is making sure to tie that cam lock in place. If that does come loose, you don't want that to come off, or else the chain will definitely come off at least one side of the tractor or tire. Some loose links here. Just make sure to tie those up so they're not banging around and damage the fenders. paint off them. I'll just attach one from this side of the chain lock to the other. Again, if the cam does fail, hopefully this will just hold the chain from coming totally off. And just a couple on the inside to hold it. And there we go, one set of chains.